Sure that it goes.
I'm gonna take my vest off.
Okay. Go ahead and you can start talking.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Deborah Rose with the Talk Show, coming to you from Payson, Arizona. I'm with Realty One Group. I am the incoming president of our Central Arizona Association of Realtors, and we have a great show here, due in large part to this wonderful guest that we have today. Usually he's behind the camera. This morning he's in front of the camera. So let me introduce to you the incomparable, very talented Cameron Davis of Razor Thin Media.
How you
Welcome, doing? Cameron.
Thank you for having me on. It's nice to be on this side of the camera.
I mean, no more fingers
No
in front
more
of you.
fingers.
There's your famous fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to have you in front of the camera because you have been a mover and shaker in our town for almost 15 years, right?
I appreciate that.
You came to Payson originally back in 2007, recruited by Deborah Galbraith, our town manager, to be our tourism director. Was that the title?
The official title by Mayor Bob Edwards was Tourism and Economic Vitality Director.
Interesting.
Which then after 8 months became Tourism, Economic Vitality, and Parks and Rec.
Oh, jeez. So you're very talented, and when you're talented and you can do multiple things, your job just kept expanding and growing, and you were really good at it. Can you outline for the public some of the things that you did when you first got to Payson?
Yeah, you know, it was kind of an open canvas for us up here. The town of Payson really did not have at that point any kind of marketing materials that promoted it. And so the very first thing we did is we built, PaysonRimCountry.com. That was the first website that was launched, and it was about 250 to 300 pages by the time I left, and was cataloged on just about every major search engine out there. It was the major website for the region. For this area.
I remember that. It was such a phenomenal website. I had never seen one quite like that before. And what I loved about you is you were very inclusive to the community, and you went out and you offered to small business owners the privilege of tying their website to yours, which was a huge boost and a huge driver back to our website. So I thought that was incredibly impressive and very generous of you.
So we did that, and then we created some amazing events.
Yes, you did.
We did the mud run. The Muggy on Monster Mudder was kind of one of the things that I like to talk about, because it went from the very first year from 200 people that entered to the last year that I put it on, almost 1,500. So it was voted by the Aztec, and I forget the acronym there, Arizona Association of Events, basically for the state of Arizona, voted it as the #1 event in the state of Arizona in 2016. So that was a really cool event.
Yeah,
and I hope they can bring it back.
I hope so too. And one of the things that most impressed me about you as a leader, as a community leader, the 4th of July parades and the 4th of July event became so developed and very important to our community. But what impressed me about you is, as the leader, you were also the one that I saw at the end, in the evening, picking up garbage.
Yeah,
so you're not a man, you're a leader by example, what I would call servant leader, and our town really misses you on that level. But you've since grown and developed as only you could. And tell us what you've been doing lately.
Yeah, so when I left the town of Payson a little over 3 years ago, I opened my own marketing company, and that's what I did before I came here. So when the kids were small and I was commuting an hour and a half every day in the valley, it made sense to move up here, and we loved the move to Payson. I mean, it was the right thing to do. But when they all started graduating, I found myself like, hey, I really enjoyed that, time in my life. And so I returned back to, working with clients again and seeing them prosper and succeed. And that's a huge part of who I am, is I like to see people around me be successful.
And one of your sons is actually helping you with Razor Thin Media.
Yeah, so Chaz Davis, a lot of people out there know him. He went to school here. He's married now, lives in Mesa. He's going to be graduating from ASU's W.P. Carey School of Marketing here next year. Bought a house through you. Yay.
Yay, so he's moving. We need young people here.
He's moving back here to be my partner and really help the business continue to grow. So,
what's your, where's your heart? I mean, you have tremendous heart. So is your motivation in life to help people? What are the key words that you would use to describe yourself?
I'm one of those types of people that loves to work, and I love to see the success that comes from that work for not only myself, but those around me. Mm-hmm. I had a very successful team at the Town of Payson Parks and Rec office. Those guys were awesome. I still feel that way. Nelson Beck, Caprice Bacto, Courtney Spawn, who became the director, who's since left now. But those people worked really hard to help that. And now that I'm doing this, I get to work with my son directly and see him grow up in this business and succeed and be successful. And he's really talented, and I'm actually dang lucky to have him on my team, because I think he brings a lot of expertise to our clients in the new age of marketing and social media and AdWords and all the different things that he's been learning about. He's now applying for our business partners and clients, and it's been great to see that. So
that is wonderful. Yeah. You're very, very blessed man. You got a wonderful family, you and Kathy. And tell us about the Discover Gila County website, because you maxed out what you could have done in Payson, so then you stepped up to the county level. So let's talk about that website and who was part of developing that with you.
So just even stepping back a little bit on that story is that when I did decide to leave the town of Payson, I was wanting to go back to, like I said, doing what I'm doing now and running my own marketing and advertising agency. And I was approached by a really good friend here, Mac Fiesor, who said, hey, would you like to come and build a website? And at that point, I was like, you know what, not really interested. Think I'll just step away, and I was going to go start this thing. And he's like, okay, well, let's schedule a meeting. You can come by and talk to me. And I told my wife, I said, I just don't know that I'm interested in doing that again. And I didn't even know what it was for, right? I didn't know the parameters behind it. And she says, well, it's Mac, so go and listen to him. So I did. And he says, he was the president of the Gila County IDA at that time. And he said, we're thinking about building a website that will showcase Gila County. And I said, okay, well, that sounds kind of interesting, because that's something that had never been done before. There's no county in Arizona that's ever done this before. So it was new ground. That's what excites me, I think, is something that's never been done before. And then he says, well, we really don't have the money, so we're going to have to find the partner that can actually fund this to the point that I think it will be successful. Enter Tommy Martin. And I get emotional when I talk about her, because she was a visionary, right? She was somebody that really understood what could make things go. And she was a great mentor to me from the very beginning when I moved here. And I remember sitting in her office one day, and we were kind of starting along this path of Discover Gila County. We didn't even know what it was going to be called at that point. And she kind of leaned over to me like Tommy does and looks into your soul. And she said, I know you've done some good things here with the town of Payson, but she says, I'm telling you right now, this will be one of the greatest projects you ever work on in your career. And that was pretty cool, because looking back now, I agree with her. So a lot of things had to come together, and I gave a talk on this at the Arizona Game and Fish Summit this last week, where they asked, how did Discover Gila County come together? And it was a lot of collaboration of a lot of amazing stakeholders that came together to make this happen. And a lot of people told us that can't happen. This will never happen. You'll never get the North and the South to come together and work together on this project, which I've never seen evidence of that at all. I mean, they've always worked together since I've been involved in it. And, we had a county manager in James Menlove who saw very early on the potential of what this could be, and he found the funding to make it happen. And it was a leap of faith on his part. His partner Jackie Sanders, who is the deputy county manager, she's been like my right hand man. I was, if you can believe it, I was a running back in high school, and I always appreciated the blockers that I had in front of me. And Jackie's been like my blocker. She's really kind of moved everything out of the way so that we can accomplish a lot of things. And she was very instrumental in setting up the organization that now runs Discover Gila County, which is Discover Gila County Inc. And that is made up of a 5-person board, which she sits on. She represents Gila County. We have Mac Fezor, who represents the IDA. He's the president. James Bruzy, who is a small business owner in a rural community, one of our rural communities, Young. He's actually the vice president. And then very smartly, we went out and partnered with both the Globe Miami Chamber of Commerce, which is Tiana Holder. She's the director there. And now Maya Crespin, who's back with the Rim Country Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, Maya. We love Maya.
And we pulled those two in because what we're doing obviously is a big driver to our chambers of commerce. And we're the promotional arm that is bringing people here, but when they get here, we want them to go to our chambers, because that's where the actual selling is going to happen, where they can give them brochures, they can talk to them more about the cool events and activities that are going on in those specific communities. And so we felt like, and also representing all of our local and small businesses, that was a huge part of Discover Gila County from the very beginning. And the last thing was creating an awareness of jobs that exist in our county. If you go to discovergilacounty.com, which is a 500-page website, you can find just about anything you want to find there. There's over 200 videos, over 4,000 photographs, and it even has a job board.
Awesome.
So you can go in there, you can put in your resume, you can find companies, businesses that are looking to hire people right now. If you're looking for a job, that's a great place to go and look for a job, because you can see all kinds of available jobs throughout the entire county. So that was one of the big things. And then you're helping us from the Central Arizona Association of Realtors side in building out a real estate channel on Discover Gila County. And the Southern Realtors now, because of the Central Arizona Board of Realtors, are now coming on board. So, man, it's just been the collaboration between, and we're just getting started. I feel like this is a baby infant program that is seeing huge strides in it, and it's really growing year to year. This year, Discover Gila County had over 120,000, or will have close to 130,000 estimated visitors, and our Facebook social media pages are already, Facebook's up to almost 13,000 followers. Instagram's over 2,000 now, so it's, we have a good big influence, and most of those are people from the Valley. That is our target audience that we identified a long time ago when we created the marketing plan, was that Tucson and Phoenix are really our target audience. So
it's a phenomenal website, and I direct all my clients there, because if there's anything that you need to know about Payson, Globe, anything in Gila County, and then you've expanded a little bit, like you will direct people out just to point them in the right direction to who they need to connect with, right, on the page. Like you have hikes and...
Oh yeah, we have, if you go to our Explore portion of the website, that probably makes up 200 to 300 pages of that 500 pages. And actually it's more like 550 now. we just keep growing it. You can find places to eat, you can find places to stay, you can find places to antique shop. If you're a kayaker, if you're a hiker, if you're a mountain biker, if you like to camp, I mean, we've got all of the information. We have links out to Forest Service, Arizona Game and Fish, if you're looking where you need to buy a fishing license. We've got the links right there, so you can link right out. And I had a great testimonial the other day of a fisherman who actually was out in the field and was trying to find information. Boom, Discover Gila County comes up. He was actually able to find more information about Tonto Creek where he was fishing, and realized that he needed to actually have a fishing license. And right there it said, go to Walmart and get it. And
awesome.
So he was able to, go and get that because he felt that was important, and I appreciated that he did that. But all the information people need in order to enjoy Gila County is right there, including one of the things that we heard from the very beginning was, it's going to be great to push all these people into Gila County, but if they're not safe and they're not protected, that could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy Martin was a big, she was a big pusher on that. And I got to give a little bit of kudos to Steve Christensen and Woody Klein and Tim Humphrey, for there are 3 supervisors, and they have just stepped in and really just pushed this thing and continue to support it. Supervisor Woody Klein, I remember in a very early on meeting, sat down and said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it to the full blown. He's like, we're not going to half-ass it. Sorry.
It's okay.
He says we're gonna put the metal down and we're gonna see if this will work. And I think it was that kind of attitude and foresight that basically has helped us get to where we are right now. And I only see this thing continuing to grow.
It's very impressive, Cameron. It's so helpful because you don't want to take on this wilderness without knowledge, because it is very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't ever want to go out solo. And so this website provides maps and directions to certain trails. It grades the trails as, difficult, and so you know what you're going to get yourself into. So what an impressive cast that has created Discover Gila County. And just recently, all your hard work has been acknowledged, hasn't it? Are you bringing home some trophies? I mean,
We are actually.
How many did you just win?
So we've been very blessed this year, 2021, coming out of the pandemic. Well, so let me back up a little bit. So last year, 2020, everybody pretty much stopped going anywhere, right? It was everything shut down. But there was 2 counties that saw an increase in tourism dollars during the height of the pandemic, and Gila County was one of them.
Yeah.
We had a 23% increase in inbound tourism dollars in 2020. So that was the first indicator that, hey, we got an influence, right? We're helping showcase and educate to our target audience. And we made perfect sense for the people in the Valley that couldn't go to the bars, that couldn't go to the NFL football games anymore, but they still wanted to go do something. Mm-hmm. And so they drove up here, and that created some other problems, but Discover Gila County, through its voice and through social media, we were able to get the voice out of, hey, when you come here, you need to make sure you have good hiking shoes. You need to make sure you bring water with you. And if you pack it in, please pack it out. Those were some of the messages that we were able to influence and get out to those people. And I think that voice was important during that part of the pandemic, because we were getting a lot of people coming up here, as you know. I mean, it was crazy.
Boy. Yeah.
So, but then this last year, in early January of 2021, we did a complete redesign of the website. and pushed it back out there, and it had a bunch of new upgrades and a lot of cool things. And then we submitted for some of the local events. We've been nominated for some of the local awards, and we were nominated for 5 different awards. And yeah, it was awesome. In July, I got notified that we won the first one. In August, I got notified we won the second one. In September, I got notified that we won 3 more.
Oh my gosh.
So
why does that not surprise me though? Can you tell people what awards you won?
So the one that we're really super proud of is as I told you, we've been collaborating now with different organizations to have them come on board and become part of this initiative. And the first one that really kind of jumped in was the Arizona Game and Fish Department. And we've got a bunch of different programs that we're working on with them back and forth. They link to our site, we link to their site, we share their Facebook posts, they share our Facebook posts. And so Jay Cook, who's the person that we've been working with, he nominated us for the Arizona Game and Fish Partner of the Year. And we won that award, and this, according to them, this is the first time that a county has ever won that award. So pretty excited about that. Their awards banquet is coming up in January, so we're going to go and get that award. So that one's really cool. Then we just last week we got the award from the Arizona Innovation Marketing Association, which is kind of the big marketing group in the valley that recognizes exceptional marketing feats throughout the year. And they actually gave us the award for best nonprofit website in the state of Arizona. So that was actually really cool. Yesterday, Mac Feazor, went up to Flagstaff at the Arizona Association of Economic Development, and they gave us 2 awards yesterday, which is pretty cool. We got the #1 top honor for a Golden Prospector Award for Discover Gila County website design. So that was the big award, and then they gave us a Golden Prospector Award for our social media platform.
Fantastic.
So
wow.
So we won that, and then the last award was kind of fun because the Gila County nominated us for this one to the Arizona Association of Counties, and they voted the entire marketing program, not just the website, but everything to do with it, as kind of their partner of the year type thing for exceptional, marketing prowess, I guess you could say, in the state of Arizona. So 5 different nominations, 5 different awards. We're super excited that, it's not just me. I want to get that out there. You've heard me talk about several of the people that have been involved in this. It's taken a whole team of people to pull this off. And just like when I was back with the town of Payson, it takes a team of people coming together, collaborating, working together to make this stuff happen.
You just read my mind, and it just proves, these awards just prove that partnership, collaboration is necessary to be successful. Yeah. And it's kudos to you for being that kind of pillar in our community that embraces partnerships and understands the importance of including other people. And essentially what you do is by building up other people and helping them become successful, the success pours back onto you. And I think these awards are just proof or evidence of that. So thank you for all that you've been doing to make us look so good.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I bet you, are you getting like job offers from anyone else? Just curious, like the Arizona Cardinals or anything like that?
Let's just say the company is doing very well. Okay. We've been able to, I have no desire to work for anybody. Mm-hmm. I love working for myself, and I probably will never, I won't say never, but I probably will never go back to work for anybody again. Just because this is what I enjoy doing. I love the strategic side of it. Mm-hmm. And, my son Chaz is actually very similar to me, and so we're able to bounce things off of each other. And, I think back to like, we just did a video for Payson Unified School District that used Dennis Perch as, you know, and if anybody knows Dennis out there, he is Mr. Wrestling in Payson, Arizona. He's a 13-time state champion coach, inducted into the National High School Hall of Fame. And I got to work with Linda Gibson, who's the new superintendent over there, and we're producing 12 videos for Payson Unified School District. And the first one was the most shared, viewed video that they've ever put out on social media. So seeing the response that Dennis got and all the comments that came in, and seeing him getting recognized for what he did, I mean, that gives us all the kudos we need, is just seeing the positiveness that comes in for our clients. You're one of them. I mean, you've been one of our longtime clients forever. And we love seeing your name at the top of search engines. We love seeing the fact that your office is one of the busiest ones in town.
Oh boy. I need help, by the way. I'm going to put something on the job board, actually. I need help.
Do that.
Yeah, the avalanche of business is hard when you live in a small community with small resources, but you know, thank you for everything you've done to help my business and make me look good too.
So that's the big thing at Razor Thin Media, is that we have a mantra over there, is that we are here to stand side by side with you. We don't stand out in front, but we are going to stand next to you and help prop you up in your business. So if you have a small business that you are struggling with and need some help, you know, I like to say we're the best in town, and we want to share our insights with you, and we can dissect your business and kind of look at it from a branding perspective, what you're doing marketing wise, what you're spending your money on, and you know, how you can be more efficient with that, because a lot of small businesses, they don't have a huge discretionary budget for marketing.
No, they don't.
And so every dollar has to count. And I think, you know, over my career working with the town of Payson, with Discover Gila County, I've never been given huge budgets to say, go make this work. It's always been, here's a shoestring budget, go make this work. And so I've got a lot of experience with that, and you know, we want to pass that on to a lot of our small businesses and help them be successful.
I think that's very noble. So if people want to look for a job again, where do they go, Cameron?
So they can either go to discovergilacounty.com, and then under the Live section, you can go in there and click on job board, or you can go directly to the job board by going to jobs.discovergilacounty.com.
Awesome.
So,
I know there's a lot of people that want to move here thanks to you now, right? and everyone that has supported you in building the Discover Gila County website. And, you know, there are issues with housing and all those kind of things. You know, we do have a bit of a housing crisis, so hopefully the community will come together to solve that problem. Because we need to, because there's a lot of people that want to be here and can't. And we really need more of the working class, more families. We'd welcome them with open arms if we could just get the prices down a little bit. So,
and maybe that's where the collaboration could come in, is that if the powers that be could come together and try to figure that out. It's not an easy one, as you know. That's a tough thing to try to figure out. We've been faced with that ever since I got here. You know, I moved several times, as you know, while I've been here, and you know, there was one time we sold our house. You sold our house, and we had no place to live. And so
remember that.
it is a struggle for a lot of these families to try to find a place to live, and you know, there's got to be some kind of solution that we can come up with.
And we will. I mean, the beautiful thing about our area is we have so much open skies, because the public land is very limited and very small, and that creates a crisis of its own. You know, everyone desires to be here, which I can't blame them, right? We love being here, and then just not enough public land to build a whole lot of property. So, but we'll get there. We will get there. Right. And with your leadership, there's no doubt in my mind that you can do great things. And kudos for you for being brave and stepping out and taking it bigger. You're so talented. No small town government could rein you in. And for those that thought otherwise, I think are seeing the evidence and the proof of, you know, what true leadership can turn into. And thank you for your collaborative spirit. Is there any last thoughts you want to share with the public before the show ends?
No, I just I would invite everybody to go check out Discover Gila County. You know, if there's things on there that are not correct or that we need to change, please let us know. You know, go through the site. I've been told by a lot of people that, man, you can just get immersed in that website and like a whole hour goes by and you're like reading this. One thing we didn't talk about was all the history side of Gila County.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much stuff that we have been able to grab, like Jinx Pyle, who was the town historian of the town of Payson for many years. He and his wife Janie, they gave us a ton of history right before she left, or before he died, and we've been able to share a lot of that stuff. And we were able to film him doing some songs and some poetry, and what a blessing that was to get some of that stuff. And we've been sharing historical accounts that we've been receiving from some of our older citizens. And some of that stuff is just, it's funny. Some of it's just, it'll break your heart. But nowhere other place have I seen where we've been, like, especially a county, like I said, no county has ever done what we're doing before. And so we are a pioneering project. This is a project that has no preset. There was no precursor to this. We're cutting the stone as we go. And so that part of it is super fun. And I hope that you'll join us as a partner. Come on board, like our Facebook page, share it, go in and like our Instagram page as well, and become part of the movement, because Discover Gila County is here to stay.
Well said. How can I even top that?
Yeah.
Cameron, thank you for joining us today out in front of the camera. Thank you again for everything that you do. And I also want to invite people to also visit my website that Cameron built, PaysonAZProperties.com. On that is a little talk show, right? Button at the top. And we have archived some of these amazing interviews. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge Tommy Martin. She is, I believe, in 2019 show. We had interviewed her. We just lost a great man at Payson, Farah Husava, that we had on May 2020. And he's gone on, and he's a great friend of mine and my biggest advocate towards affordable housing. So if you're out there lurking in the community and you want to get involved and you're concerned about affordable housing, please join my cause. I have such a huge passion for that. And we've got some great ideas, and I want to continue Farrell's legacy. So we're going to miss Farrell a lot, and we're going to miss Tommy a lot. We've had some great leaders in this community, and you can always go on to that talk show link and find these people and learn more about our community. We have some incredible people that live here, and including Cameron and his family. So I just want to thank you for joining us today. As always, it's a great honor and a privilege to be with such high caliber leaders, and thank you again. We'll be here again, well, not the last Friday in November, because we don't compete with Thanksgiving, but we'll be here the Friday before. So please come back and join us. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay.